Imagine this. You've poured your soul into years of grinding work, sacrificing sleep, friends, and sanity for that one shining moment, your graduation. The cap, the gown, the diploma that screams, "I did it." But when your name echoes through the speakers, the seats reserved for your family, empty. Not a single familiar face. The sting hits like a slap from an invisible hand. That's where our story begins, with Peyton, a woman who thought achievement would finally earn her the love she'd been chasing her whole life. But betrayal has a way of rewriting the script. Stick around, because this tale of neglect, manipulation, and sweet, satisfying revenge will have you cheering by the end. If you've ever felt invisible in your own family, hit that like button. Now you're not alone. Let's dive in. Peyton grew up in the shadow of entitlement, in a cozy suburb of Denver, Colorado, where family barbecues masked deeper cracks. From the outside, the Harrisons were picture perfect. Mom, Linda, the PTA queen with her perfectly coiffed hair, and endless social media posts about blessed family life. Dad, Mark, the quiet enabler, always nodding along from his recliner. And then there was Avery, the golden child, Peyton's younger sister by 5 years, spoiled with dance classes, designer clothes, and every whim indulged. Peyton. She was the reliable one, the workhorse. At 16, she slung lattes at Starbucks before school, her apron stained with caramel syrup, while her earnings vanished into family needs. Mom's texts were clockwork. "Honey, Avery's got a recital, just $50 more." Peyton sent it every time, her heart swelling at the rare, "Thanks, you're our rock." But rocks don't get hugs, they get stepped on. Fast forward through the years. Peyton clawed her way through undergrad on scholarships and loans, skipping parties to pull double shifts. Her parents? They borrowed her college fund for Avery's orthodontic bills and a family vacation to Disney without Peyton, of course. "You're independent," Mom said with a wave. "Avery needs the magic." Peyton swallowed the hurt, telling herself success would make them see her. She aced her classes, landed internships, but milestones slipped by unnoticed. High school graduation? They were at Avery's soccer tournament. College commencement? Traffic. Dad mumbled over the phone. Each absence chipped away at her, leaving scars invisible but raw. The day Peyton walked across that stage for her master's in data analytics should have been her triumph. May sunlight glinted off the University of Denver's arena, turning the air golden. Cheers erupted as names boomed over the speakers. Peyton Marie Harrison, Master of Science in Data Analytics. She stepped forward, heart pounding, scanning the family-reserved rows. Empty chairs stared back, cold and metallic, mocking her. No mom waving a sign. No dad with his awkward thumbs up. No Avery, even though she'd promised maybe. Peyton forced a smile for the official photo, her cheeks burning, knuckles white on the scroll. Around her, families swarmed, hugs, tears, bouquets blooming like fireworks. A classmate, Mia, pulled her into a group shot. "Where's your crew?" Mia asked, scanning the stands. Peyton lied smoothly, years of practice kicking in. "Stuck in traffic, they'll be here soon." But inside, her stomach twisted, a familiar ache blooming into full-blown despair. She lingered in the courtyard post-ceremony, pretending to text, watching balloons bob over happy clusters. The parking lot was a symphony of joy, horns honking, kids squealing, parents beaming. Peyton slid into her rusty Honda Civic, the engine rumbling to life as she gripped the wheel. For a fleeting moment, she fantasized them rushing up, Mom with apologies, Avery with a goofy grin, Dad bearing flowers. But reality crashed in with the rev of departing cars. Tears blurred her vision on the drive home, the diploma mocking her from the passenger seat. Why? Why was she always the afterthought? 3 days later, the wound still fresh, Peyton's phone lit up. No, "Congrats on graduating." No, "How was the ceremony?" Just need $2,100 for your sister's sweet 16. The words hit like ice water. Peyton stared at the screen, her coffee growing cold. $2,100 more than her monthly rent. Her savings hovered at $3,500, scraped together from freelance gigs and overtime. This wasn't new. Money had always been the family's love language, with Peyton as the ATM. But this time, something snapped. The empty seats flashed in her mind, the years of just a little more echoing. Her fingers trembled as she opened her banking app. Instead of compliance, defiance surged. She transferred $1, attached a note. Congrats on the party. Send. A weight lifted, but anxiety crept in. What now? That evening, she rummaged through her drawer, fishing out the spare key Mom had demanded for emergencies. It clattered into the trash. Peyton called a locksmith, her voice steady despite the racing pulse. The man arrived, tools jingling like keys to freedom. As the new lock clicked into place, Peyton exhaled, the metallic scent lingering. For once, her space was hers, silent, sacred, impenetrable. The next morning, sunlight streamed into Peyton's apartment, warming the framed diploma on the wall. She savored the quiet, sipping coffee, scrolling job listings. Peace, at last, until the knocking firm, insistent. Heart hammering, she peered out. Denver PD uniforms. Miss Harrison? The officer called. Peyton opened the door, palms sweaty. The lead cop, a kind-eyed woman in her 40s, flashed her badge. Your mother called. Said you've been erratic changing locks, ignoring calls. Worried you might harm yourself. Peyton nearly choked on laughter, bitter and disbelieving. She what? The officers stepped in at her invitation, eyes scanning the tidy space. Laptop open to resumes, coffee mug steaming, no signs of chaos. Do I seem unstable? Peyton asked, gesturing. The woman smiled faintly. Not at all. Standard welfare check. They asked routine questions, stress levels, mental health. Peyton was honest. Just graduated, job hunting, setting boundaries. As they left, the officer paused. Families get weird when you stop playing their game. We've seen it before. Door closed. Peyton leaned against it, fury boiling. Mom hadn't just ignored her. She'd weaponized concern to breach her walls, control, not care. That's what this was. That night, unease gnawed. Peyton checked her banking app on a whim. 2 unauthorized credit inquiries glared back. Capital One. Discover. Panic clawed her throat. Diving into her credit report, the truth unraveled. 2 new cards in her name, linked to her parents' address in Littleton. Balances skyrocketing, thousands charged. Transactions screamed betrayal. Venue deposits for Cherry Creek events, DJ fees, glam squad bookings, all for Avery's Sweet 16. Mom's text replayed. Not a ask, a cover-up. Hands shaking, Peyton called the bank. This is Peyton Harrison, reporting identity theft. The rep verified then. Account opened in person at our branch. Co-applicant, Linda Harrison. Peyton's world tilted. Mom had forged her signature, used her SSN all while pretending to help. Rage mixed with heartbreak. This wasn't borrowing, it was theft. Peyton grabbed her phone, starting a voice recorder. Colorado's one-party consent law her shield. She dialed Mom. Mom answered on the 4th ring. Finally. So you're not dead. Peyton kept cool. Explain the credit cards in my name, tied to your address. Mom laughed, hollow. Building your credit, sweetie. Paid for Avery's party. Family helps family. Be grateful. Peyton's fists clenched, nails biting palms. No, Mom, that's fraud. I've reported it. Silence, then a gasp. You wouldn't. I did. Click. Recording saved. Boundaries, May 17th, 2025. Outside, dawn broke, but Peyton felt storm clouds gathering. This was war. Peyton chose the diner for its neutrality-cracked booths, stale coffee, Public eyes to temper tempers. They arrived late, Mom sliding in with a huff. Driving all this way for what? To talk, Peyton said, voice steel. She slid the folder over. Printouts of statements, fraud reports, credit cards in my name, forged signatures, all for Avery's party. Mom's smile didn't waver. Helping your credit. Don't dramatize, it's family money. Peyton's laugh cut sharp. I paid for everything myself. You stole my identity because I said no. Avery rolled her eyes. Mom said you were cool with it. Dad mumbled, let's keep this private. Peyton's eyes blazed. Too late. Banks are investigating. Accounts frozen. Mom paled, veneer cracking. You'll ruin us. Peyton stood. You ruined us when you chose theft over love. She left cash for her coffee, stepping into impending rain, chest light for the first time. That night, Cherry Creek Banquet Hall pulsed with neon and bass. Avery's Sweet 16. Banners proclaiming, Avery shines bright. Guests in glitter. DJ spinning hits. Peyton wasn't there, but Justice was. At 8:45 p.m., her phone rang. Bank rep confirming escalation. Police en route to verify fraud at the venue. Peyton nodded to her empty room, window open to city hum. Across town, officers slipped in quietly, banker in tow with folders. Verifying credit fraud linked to this event, the lead said. Murmurs spread. Mom froze by the cake, face ashen. Mistake, she stammered. Banker read aloud. Unauthorized cosigner. Peyton Harrison. Misuse of identity. Gasps rippled. Phones captured it all. Avery, center stage, tears streaming. Mom, what? DJ unplugged, lights dimmed metaphorically. Guests trickled out amid whispers, banner sagging. Rain pelted Mom outside, mascara streaking her empire crumbling. Back home, Peyton watched the storm. No glee, just quiet vindication. 3 days later, email. Fraud resolved. Mom repaying $8,412. Gossip ignited Littleton. Whispers in stores. Viral video of the chaos hitting 500K views. Dad faced work reprimand. Avery locked socials. Peyton filed FTC reports. Froze credit. Pinned confirmations beside her diploma, an old lock. Symbols of resilience. Autumn brought gold to Denver streets. Peyton thrived at Nova Data Labs, valued for her skills. Her wall held 3 mementos: diploma, badge, old lock, a trilogy of self-worth. Messages from family went unanswered. Boundaries held. Silence? Now it healed. If this resonates, if you've changed locks, literal or metaphorical, drop your city below. You're seen. Hit subscribe for more stories of karma's comeback. Until next time, choose yourself.